All right, so I'm on my way to see the doctor. Had a half day of work today. It looks like it's super nice out, but it's not. It's actually 44 degrees out in April, and it was snowing this morning. There was snow outside on the ground this morning. So weird, but it's snow. I feel like it snows every April. Every April, at least one time, and then it just disappears in like 2 days or a day. Or the same day. Anyway, so I'm headed to my endocrinologist, which is just fancy for a doctor who talks to you about diabetes stuff. There's nothing wrong with me. I just gotta kind of check in every once a year, pretty much, maybe twice a year. So I put the address in my GPS and it said I was gonna get there at 3:26. My appointment is at 3:30, and I was like, oh crap, am I gonna make it in time? But you know what? Every time you go to the doctor, it takes like a half hour, 45 minutes to be seen anyway. That's just the way America works. So why do I have to be on time? Oh, because the doctor just uses his time for whatever. Okay, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know how it is behind the scenes. I understand that you're busy. You make more money than me. You're more important. Okay, seriously, I am joking. I know that they can be crazy busy and just overscheduled and stuff like that. Basically, I'm just bitching about nothing and saying that I'm going to be right on time, and I'm usually on time or early, always. And now I'm sitting in traffic, so that just makes this all the more fun. Traffic, traffic, traffic. So fun. So fun. No big plans today, which I should have made some plans because I normally, well, I try to. I haven't recently played basketball on Tuesday nights over in New Jersey, so I should have probably let the dogs out, maybe fed them, brought clothes and basketball shoes over here, went to basketball, but that would be the smart thing to do. I'm not a smart person. Other than that, today's probably going to be pretty blah, so I am sorry if this vlog is very blah, because my life is blah and blah, blah, blah. That's thumbnail material right there. Smash Burger. Let's see what this is all about. Smash Burger. Pretty good. Pretty good. Not amazing. Pretty good. So I just had dinner. Got out of the doctor's a while ago. Everything looks pretty good. So, I know this might not mean anything to any of you, but my A1C is a 6.8, which perfect for a diabetic would be like 6.5 for me, for a 27, however many pound guy I am. 6.5 would be like absolutely perfect. But 6.8 is really good. So he said he wants to see me a year from now, which is, pretty awesome. I don't have to worry about that for a while. It's been over a year, I think less than 2 years since I saw him last time. So once you start having diabetes for a while, like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, they start wanting to see you less, especially if you're managing it well, which I guess I do. It's kind of hard to explain to you guys. Having type 1 diabetes is an every minute, every second thing. It's anytime you have to eat, you have to think about it. When you're not eating, you're thinking about how you're feeling, whether you feel hot or shaky or lightheaded or groggy and slow. And it's just like everything you do, you kind of associate with what is your blood sugar? How do I feel? Should I test right now? Do I need insulin? How much insulin do I have at home? Do I have enough pump supplies? All that stuff just like comes into play. So yeah, it's nice that I can see this guy once a year, but at the same time, it's kind of like a once a year review at your job or a once a year grade at your school. How about that? Like if you were going to school and you were graded one time a year, So it's like you really don't know. I mean, you know a little bit about how you're doing. Like I see my blood sugars every day. If I wanted to, I could buy like an A1C kit at like a Rite Aid or something like that and see my A1C that way. But getting the blood work done and getting that result really gives you a 3 month average of how you're doing, and keeping up with that obviously tells you how you're doing. So when you just don't have that visibility, you just don't know. And it's just like, oh, go live your life. You're an adult, take care of yourself. And obviously it's a little different probably if you are like a teenager or something like that with diabetes, where you probably go a lot more often, or at least I would hope you do. But with me being 27 and I can take care of myself and I do everything myself, it's like, it's kind of at my discretion. The first guy I talked to was a med student, not the endocrinologist himself, and he asked me why it had been 2 years, and he like gave me kind of like a stern look. And I've given advice about endocrinologists and like that kind of and like the feedback that you should give your doctor on my diabetes blog and stuff like that, so I won't go into it too much. But basically, you do you and fuck them. And what I mean by that is don't let them talk down to you. He wasn't talking down to me. He seemed very concerned, so I was glad that was the case. But I've heard people have told me online through messages and Tumblr and everything that their endocrinologists like berate them with how bad they're doing and all of this. And like sometimes the case isn't even that they're doing bad. It's just that the endocrinologist is just, for whatever reason, just demeaning somebody based off of these numbers that they get when they have no idea how hard it is to live with it. It's one thing for the doctor to be serious about it because it is a serious thing. Like, you need to take care of yourself or else you're going to end up in the hospital or, worse. So it's definitely great when a doctor is stern, like that guy, the med student, was with me. He was like, well, why haven't you been here in 2 years? Like, I get where he's coming from with that question, but at the same time, like, I haven't been here in 2 years because you guys have provided me nothing. Well, they provide me A1C results, but I mean, besides that, when there's nothing wrong with me, it's like I'm paying for nothing. But anyway, enough of that. I'm very happy with my visit today. The office is like brand new, so it was cool to be in the brand new place. And my doctor's awesome. He's super nice. We talked about Villanova winning the championship. I mean, he's a great guy. But yeah, I have a lot of thoughts about the health system and the industry and all of that, the health industry, because apparently it's there to make money and blah 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 blah. We're not going to get into that. So enough of that garbage stuff. I'm doing great. I'm happy about it, and I just had a burger, so I'm full, and I'm going to drive home now. So I'm finally home, and I'm trying to get Harvey inside, but all he does is run around me in circles. Ready? Harvey, come. Harvey. Come here. Come. Come here. Come. No. Harvey. Stop. Come on. Come on. Come on. Great. That's what you want to do with your life? Is that what you want to do? Who am I kidding? Of course that's what you want to do. Hey guys, so I'm not sure where I left off, but I'm home now. Just hanging out. It's 10 o'clock. Meg might be on her way home from work, I'm not sure. I am going to fire up some Dead Space 3, if I have it. One of the Dead Spaces. So I'm going to fire up a Dead Space. If you guys don't know what Dead Space is, it's kind of like a survival horror third-person shooter, which is really cool because Gears is a third-person, and I like third-person shooters like Resident Evil 4, Gears of War, Dead Space. What's another good one? Actually, can't think of one right now. But I love all three of those games, and I love Dead Space. Dead Space is like pretty scary. So I'm gonna fire up one of those and just run around and shoot these things called necromorphs, which, if you're not familiar, you're about to see them. Going old school here. I have to update my 360 down there. Haven't fired this guy up in a little bit. I got Dead Space 3 right here. I also have Dead Space 2. I have the Dead Space for the Wii. Somehow, some way, I don't have my physical copy for Dead Space 1, but I think I bought it digitally. It's an amazing series. You gotta check it out if you like horror games or shooter games or both. So this is Isaac, the protagonist. This is what he looks like. Well, that's my suit right now. Yeah, he's pretty awesome. Hello everybody. Today is Monday, and today officially isn't a good day. So I just got home, and Sammy, he's okay now, but that's Harvey being weird. He threw up all over this, just his food.